My name is Sam.
My name is Al.
Yeah, thank you again. Welcome to our show from virtuals to vows. Thank you for everyone that have been, together with us watching our show. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate and we really appreciate your support. Today, I have my beautiful wife on the show, Hel, and we're going to be sharing one or two tips with you guys. Today tips is going to be on preparation. The preparation she made when she was coming to Nigeria. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So my beautiful wife, I would like you to share know, your experience, the preparation you made when you're about to whenever you want to come and visit me in Nigeria, the visa process, I just want you to, share one or two tips, with our audience out there.
Now, the most important thing when you're getting ready to go to Nigeria is to make sure that you have your visa. There are two ways that you can go about that depending on where you are in the United States. I personally live in Michigan and I am not close to an embassy, so I went through Visa Supply in Atlanta, Georgia. It was really, really easy. You can go through the Nigerian immigration website and apply online, but that does require a interview in person at one of the U.S. embassies or Nigerian embassies in the U.S. Um, for me, it was like $640 to get my visa through Visa Supply. It's $160 if you do it yourself, but then you have to add in the cost of the flight to the embassy, your stay over there. For me, it was just cheaper and easier to not have to take any time off work. Um, and Visa Supply made it so less stressful. They did all the work for me. I just FedExed them all my documents, and I think within 2 to 3 weeks, I had my visa. You will need your itinerary. You will need to have a certain amount of money in your bank account. You will need to show, if you're applying for a visitor's visa, your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, whoever you're going to visit, will have to write a letter of invitation. My husband wrote a letter of invitation taking responsibility for me while I was in Nigeria. And let me tell you guys, he takes that shit very seriously. I am not allowed to go anywhere by myself in Nigeria. He is
Yeah,
not playing about me not being kidnapped, okay?
yeah, I take it very, very serious because the moment you send her your letter of you send her a letter of invitation, believe me, you are the one that is responsible for her safety. You immediately she get to immediately she lands from the airport, you have to make sure she's secure because everything is now on you. You are the one that will hold responsible. So you need to know this when your spouse or your fiancé or your wife is coming to visit you in Nigeria and you send your invitation letter. Make sure that the sole responsibility is on you. Her safety, her feeding, accommodation, everything is going to be on you. Whenever we go out there, maybe whenever we go out there, maybe we go to beach, we just want to see outside how everything look like in Ireland. Then when I took her out, I always make sure I always watch her everywhere she want to go. I go with her. She can't just go anywhere because it is my own country. I know the do and not do in my country. So I always make sure that our safety is my first priority. So take note of take note of that. If your spouse or your wife is coming to visit you in Nigeria, please and please, our safety is very, very important. Our safety is very, very important. If anything go wrong, then you're going down too. Yes. And let's think about it. Someone is coming to visit you in Nigeria, you are the one that invites the person. You know that it is the responsibility of the person is on you. So our safety of the person must be the first priority that you need to pay attention to. And I would like to ask you again, when you were when you were first coming to Nigeria to come and when you were preparing to come and visit me in Nigeria, I know you will be having this kind of mixed feeling, like, you are going to see this person for the first time and you've not been to Africa before. So what are the thoughts that is coming to your mind? What are the things that you're thinking? Like, what are the feelings you are having? Because you are traveling for the first time, you are going to Africa for the first time, and you've been hearing news about Africa. Africa is a jungle. Africa is this. There are terrorists. Something like they kidnap people. What are the things that comes to your mind?
As soon as I landed, my goal was get to my husband. Going through that airport, I brought out my Detroit attitude. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me for shit. I know what I'm doing. I acted like I had been there 1,000 times before. I didn't act like a newbie. Oh, where do I go? Who do I talk to? No, I picked up my big girl panties and I went in that airport and I acted like I knew what I was doing. When somebody asked me do you need help? No, I got this. I got this. I know where I'm going. Because you're not going to scam me out of a whole bunch of money at the airport. I already was up on it before I went to Nigeria. I did my research. You're not, my luggage did not go out of my sight. But my second time, let me tell you guys, the second time I had filled out the form or the little tag on the luggage with my name, my phone number, my email address. Don't do that. My information got stolen. They tried to track me through my phone number. Please, please, please make sure that you're not having, my luggage is leopard print, obviously a female's luggage. My name on the tag is an American name. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Do not write your name on there. You write your husband's information on there. Write his name, you write his phone number, you write his email address. Because that luggage is going to come off of the luggage corral, but you're going to be stuck at immigration. Your luggage is going to be sitting there from anywhere from a half hour to an hour while you try to make it through immigration. Do not put your own personal information on there. Put whoever you're visiting, put their name, put their Nigerian phone number on there.
Yeah, that part is very, very important too, because when she came to visit me in Nigeria, we started receiving some random call from some Nigerian's number. I was like, where did you get all this? Who are these people calling you? Like, this is your first time coming to Nigeria, It even gets to some extent, it wanted to cause an issue, but, I applied my intelligence and I know that our number was picked up from the airport. Our information was picked up from the airport because I even called that number that called him. And when I called the number, what the person was saying, I know, oh, these people are up to something. So I will advise you people exactly what she's saying. Your information, data is very, very important. There are people, you don't trust anybody. These things happen everywhere in the world, not just in Nigeria. So don't let us the sentiment about countries there. It happens everywhere in the world. Like I said in my previous video, there are some good guys, there are some bad guys everywhere. So we are not equal. So when you are putting your information on your bag, on your luggage, you need to be aware of the safety of your information, because there are people out there that they are seeking for your information to steal and start from there coming into you, tracking you, wherever. Things happen. So you just have to be very careful.
There are also some discrepancies over which vaccinations you have to take. Yellow fever is not required. However, look up what yellow fever is, please, because it's nasty and it can kill you very easily. It is an expensive shot, but you do it once and you are good for life. I highly, highly, highly recommend the yellow fever shot. You're going into another country with things and diseases and illnesses that you know nothing about. The two main important things that I think you need when you go into Nigeria are the malaria pills and the yellow fever shot. If they ask you at immigration for that yellow fever card and you don't have it, they will charge you right then and there. And they may not give you the vaccination. They'll give you the card, but you want to be protected. I actually caught malaria on my second trip to Nigeria because I was like, oh, I didn't get malaria the first time. I didn't get malaria the first time because I was on the anti-malaria pill. Please do not get cocky about the fact that you've never had malaria because it is real. Those mosquitoes ate me up, and 2 to 3 days later, I was sick as hell.
That's another good tips for you guys. You're going to another man's country. You know, every countries have their ups and downs. You know, um, yellow fever shot is very important. Malaria shot is very important. From where you're coming from, they might not have this malaria stuff there. And when you travel to a country that they usually used to have malaria problem, and you didn't have this shot and malaria bites you, you know, it might get serious. You know, start falling sick. By the time you get back to your country, you start falling sick, and they don't have this medical treatment for malaria in your country because it is not an illness, kind of sickness that they usually used to treat. You know, your case is going to be on a very serious level. So please and please, when you are traveling to Nigeria, make sure you get your yellow fever shot. Make sure you get your malaria shot. Even not only in Nigeria, any country you are traveling to, check up online. What are the vaccinations you have to get before you go to that country? What are what you need to do? What are what you don't have to do in that country? You know, to avoid any discomfort or discomforting yourself. So these are the things that is very, very important. And another thing, every country has your embassy, your country embassy in that country. Like there's American embassy in Nigeria, there's American embassy in every part of every country in the world. So that is the same for every country too. Nigeria too have their embassy, yeah, they have their embassy, you know, all over the world. So the reason why those embassies are there is for their own citizens, you know, safety. When you travel to any country that you run into any problem, you can easily call your embassy. They will come to your aid.
And also on the U.S. Embassy website, there is also a way for you to register to let them know when you are traveling to another country, where you'll be. Register before you go. Just to be safe. I'm not saying Nigeria is dangerous, but when you're traveling to another country, you have to take precautions. Not only did I register online with the U.S. Embassy before I left, I took pictures of all my credit cards. I took pictures of my passport. I took pictures of my ID. I took pictures of pretty much any document that I was taking with me, my birth certificate, my yellow fever card. At the time, they required the COVID vaccine, so I took a picture of that. I left all that information with somebody that I trusted here in the States. If anything happens, they have copies of it that they can send you.
And another thing, there's what she also did, which I say she's very smart. When she was coming to Nigeria, she made sure her cell phone can work international in any part of the country that she went to, and she have her own backup. You understand? She have her own backup. When she get to the airport, she extend some money and hold to herself as a backup. You understand? So as I was saying in my previous video, I say when you're traveling, make sure you have your own backup.
When you're going for the first time, honestly, you don't know who you're meeting. You've been on the phone with this person. You've gotten to know this person. There is no guarantee that they're going to show up to the airport. There's no guarantee that there's not going to be any hiccups in your trip. There's no guarantee that this person is who they say they are.
Exactly.
Let's be real about it, because it can happen. It has happened to people. Have a backup plan. Do not tell him at first that you have extra money on you, but please make sure you have extra money on you. Please know where you're going to stay if something like that happens. Please know what kind of transportation you're going to use if that happens to get you to the hotel. Once you get to that hotel, your flight back, get online, change your flight back, and go back home. Please just go back home, because you don't know what you're getting into, especially being a Caucasian person in an African country. You stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, you will not be able to go anywhere low key. They will take advantage of you if they can take advantage of you. If they see you need a ride, just don't take rides from anybody, please. There are Naja Wife groups. There are thousands of us that have been to and from. We all have contacts on transportation. We all have contacts on accommodations of where you can stay. That's why we need this Naja Wife community, because we can help each other.
So let me add to what she said. This is another very important point and key, for you guys, to know how you're going to, have your own backup. Like I said in my previous video, I said there's this app in Nigeria called Bolt, BOLT, Bolt. Download that app in your phone. What that app is like Uber app. If you find yourself in a situation whereby you go out with the person you went to go and visit in Nigeria, and this person come out with some kind of a crazy character, and the person just left you or nowhere, easily pick your boat, go to that your boat app. So far you know the address of the hotel or wherever you lodge, just input the address on the boat, a ride will come and pick you at that spot. That line that you exchange at the airport, that you keep as a backup for you, we at least rescue you at that port to pay the boat to transport you back to the hotel you come from. Even it is advisable, when you want to get this hotel, you get it yourself from Airbnb.
And when you get accommodations, please make sure that there is 24-hour security. Please make sure that there's 24-hour power, because security cameras don't work without power. You need to make sure that you know where you are, you know the address, you just know how to take care of yourself, please.
And make sure that environment is in the center of Lagos, somewhere like Highland, somewhere that is very secure. When you go to Airbnb, you can see a lot of reviews that people are going to be talking about this apartment, this hotel is good, is bad. You're going to be seeing people share their experience, reviews about where you're going. Check the closest environments to the place. And to me, the safest place in Lagos is where? Highland. Yeah. I'm not saying mainland is not safe. Mainland is safe. It's just that all this issue of police of a thing, and it is not that Nigerian police are bad. They are not bad. You understand? But it's just that, like I said, there are some good guys, there are some bad guys among police. It happens everywhere they work. So some will just, and all they want from you is they want something from you, some kind of a tips. You understand? But if they do it in a respectful way, there's nothing bad in appreciating the job they are doing. You understand? But sometimes there are some incompetent among them, not all of them, just few of them that behave in a dramatic way. So that aside, so also make sure that that apartment or hotel you want to lodge into have uninterrupted internet supply. Yes, make sure that they have 24/7 internet and their internet is working, because you're going to need that Wi-Fi. But if you eventually put your line on an international roaming while you're coming from your country, you might not need your internet, because your line is still going to be working there, and you have access to the internet. Sorry. So as she was saying, that you need to know this person you are coming to meet. That is another important thing. You can't judge a book by the cover, and you can't judge someone by the picture you are looking. People can send you picture, people can do a video call with you. People, there are con artists everywhere. They act drama. They are everywhere in the world, not only in Nigeria. You understand? It happens everywhere in the world.
Let me tell you, the first time that I went to Nigeria, I was dead set on staying at his house, because I don't know what he's got going on. I want to see if there's a wife. I want to see if there's Wahala going on.
Oh
I was so adamant. And I'll tell you guys what, by day 2, we were at the hotel with 24-hour security, because I swear to you, I got out of the car to go into his compound, and the whole entire neighborhood was staring at me.
Yeah,
it was not safe. It was not safe.
That's gonna be hard.
We ended up staying at a hotel in Ikeja, and I felt so safe there. They treated me well. They they made sure that nobody was coming in and, around our room. They were very, very good. I didn't spend a whole lot. It was an unexpected expense because I swore that I was staying at his house. I ended up paying like an extra, I think it was $600 for 2 weeks, which isn't really that bad.
So
The hotel, it wasn't a luxury hotel, but it was safe. And
yeah,
it was in the city, it was in Ikeja, so it was in the middle of everything. Whereas where he was living was kind of more on the outskirts, and we had to drive a longer distance. So it's actually better to stay somewhere that's in the middle of the city. If you're going to be on the mainland, go to Ikeja. You're going to be close to the airport. You're going to be close to stores. You're going to be close to, closer to the island, because the island is really where everything fun is at.
exactly. And I know she made the statement now that she came to my house because she wanted to know maybe if I have a wife somewhere and I've been lying to her, something. Fine, I understand. A lot of Niger wives want to do that. You want to go to your, fancy where he said he's living. You don't want to be in an hotel. Fine, you can do it. If you want to do, I said that in my previous video that anywhere you want to go, make sure that you get back to your hotel or service apartment you have nothing less than maybe 7 p.m. Don't stay don't stay late outside in the night because you are in another man's country. So once you go to your spouse house that I said you want to know the place, okay, go. You can go there, and you see it's a safe environment for you that you are. It is your choice. It's your choice, and you want to stay for some time before you go back to your apartment. You can decide to stay with him. But we are just try to give people some kind of safety precautions here that it is advisable you get your apartment or hotel from Airbnb yourself. And the reason why you get it yourself, it is because you can have rights and authorizations to that apartment because you get that Airbnb in your name. So if anything fucked up outside and this guy left you or nowhere, because you get that Airbnb in your name, they know you get that Airbnb with your ID, you can easily pick Uber and go back to that Airbnb. So it's not that your husband can't get you that Airbnb. If he get it for you, he get it in his own name. Because I asked my wife, why did you get this Airbnb yourself? He said because of this, and I understand. So you need to apply all these safety precautions. Go and see your husband. God has destined both of you to be together, but you need to apply some safety precaution. You need it, please. So thank you guys. This is where we're going to end our program today. More tips is going to be coming out, and I really appreciate my beautiful wife, my angel, the apple of my eye, my sunshine, the one that owns the keys to my heart. So more videos are going to be coming out. More tips are going to be coming out. Please and please, we are begging you guys, do like our videos, subscribe on our YouTube channel. This is the support that we're going to really appreciate from you. By subscribing on our YouTube channel, that is a sign of support to us, and we're going to really appreciate you. I really appreciate your time for watching our video because time is very expensive. For you to sit down and watch our video, it really means a lot to us, and it really means a lot to you too. Because time is money. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate you. So see you next time, and we're gonna be coming up with another video. Bye.
Bye.